I was taught there's no such thing as a friggin' ghost, until I went looking, damn, I found them really close. EVPs and my camera saying please get out.
20 Best Movies Based on True Crimes, Part 1. Zodiac 2007. The film tells the story of the manhunt of the Zodiac Killer, a serial murderer who terrorized the San Francisco Bay Area during the late 1960s and early 1970s, taunting police with letters, blood-stained clothing, clippers mailed to newspaper. The case remains one of the United States' most infamous unsolved crimes. Fincher, Vanderbilt, and the producer Brady J. Fisher spent 18 months conducting their own investigation and research into the Zodiac murders. Fisher employed a digital Thomson Viper film stream camera to photograph most of the film, with traditional high-speed film cameras used for slow-motion murder sequences. Zodiac was released by Paramount Pictures in North America and Warner Brothers Pictures, and intentionally markets on March 2nd, 2007, and received largely positive reviews, with prizes for its writing, directing, acting, and historical accuracy. The film was nominated for several awards, including the Saturn Award for Best Action, Adventures, or Thrill Movies. It grossed over $84.7 million worldwide and the production budget of $65 million. In a 2016 critics poll conducted by the BBC, Zodiac was voted the 12th greatest film in the 21st century. So if you haven't seen this movie, please watch it. If you are anything into like true crime or serial killers, it's one of the best movies out there, I think. Go watch it and let me know what you think. 20 Best Movies Based Off of True Crime, Part 2. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile, from 2019. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile is a 2019 American biography true crime drama film about the life of serial killer Ted Bundy, directed by Joe Bellinger, with a screenplay from Michael Wearvey, and the film based on Bundy's former girlfriend Elizabeth Kendall, Mir the Phantom Prince, My Life with Ted Bundy, and the film star of Zac Efron as Bundy, Lily Collins as Kenda, Kaya Scodero as Bundy's wife, Carol Ann Bone, and John Malkovich as Edward Cowart, the presiding judge at Bundy's trial. The title of the film is referring to Crawford's remarks on Bundy's murders while sentencing him to death. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile had its world premiere at the Sundance Film Festival on January 26, 2019, and was released in the United States on May 3, 2019 by Netflix. The film received mixed reviews from critics though Efron and Hitfield's performance were praised. 20 Best Movies Based on True Crime Part 3. Scream, 1996. Scream is a 1996 American slasher film. Is set in a small American town of Woodsboro. Scream's plot follows high school student Sidney Prescott Campbell and her friends who become on an anniversary of her mother's death the target of custom serial killer known as Ghostface. Williamson, a struggling writer at the time, was inspired by reports of a series of murders by the Gainesville Ripper. As he wrote a screenplay that startalized the cliché of the slasher gender popularization in the films such as Halloween 1978, Friday the 13th 1980, and Nightmare on Elm Street in 1984. Developed under the title Scary Movie, Williamson's script became the subject of intense bidding war from multiple studios before Miramax Films purchased the right. Despite turning down the opportunity multiple times, Carvin agreed to direct the film after reading the script and beginning to disappoint by a failure of Vampire in Brooklyn 1995. The involvement of Barrymore and Cox helped secure support from the studio. Principal photograph took place from April to June of 1996 in California on a budget of $15 million. Carvin trimmed down the violence in the film after being involved in an intense conflict with the Motion Picture Assassination of America over the desire of R-rated he wanted. Scream was not expected to perform well on December 20th, 1996 due to concerns over releasing a slasher film in a time normally reserved for Hollywood entertainment, but it went on to earn approximately $173 million worldwide. Through the stages of the world of month, becoming a surprised suspect and one of the highest gruesome films of the year, revealed praises in the performance of its cast and the unique media humor, but criticized its exclusive violence and lack of suspense in favor of that humor. Scream helped evaluate Williamson's career as a writer and raised the profits to the rest of the cast. Scream is now regarded as one of the greatest horror and slasher movie ever made. It has been credited with rekindling interest in a horror genre during the 1990s, following a decade in the gender applications and permitted actors, including horror films, appeal to younger audience. The success of the film launched a multimedia franchise which compares to the sequels Scream 2 1997, Scream 3 2000, Scream 4 2011, Scream 2022, and Scream 6 2023, as well as a trilogy TV series. 20 Best Movies Based on True Crimes, Part 4. Monster, 2003. This film follows a serial killer, Aileen Warrens, and a street prostitute who murdered 7 of her male clients between 1989 and 1990 and was executed in Florida in 2002. It stars Charlize Theron, who also prosecutes as Warrens, and Christina Ricci as her semi-fictionalized lover, Shelby Wall, based on Wanzo's real-life girlfriend, Tari Moore. Monster had its world premiere at the AFI Feast on November 16, 2003. On February 8, 2004, it premiered at the 54th Berlin International Film Festival, where it competed for the Golden Bear, while Thorne won the Silver Bear for the Best Actress. The film was technically released in the United States on December 24, 2003 by Net-Marking Films. Monster received positive reviews from critics and achieved box office success, grossing at $64.2 million on a $1.5 million budget. 20 Best Movies Based Off of True Crime, Part 5. Paradise Lost. The child murders at Robin Hood Hills is a 1996 American documentary film directed, produced, and edited by Joe Burlingame and Bruce Sinfoki, about the trials of the West Memphis Three teenage youth accused of the May 1993 murders and sexual mutilation of 3 prepubescent boys as part of an alleged satanic ritual in West Memphis, Arkansas. The film used the music of Metallica instead of the original soundtrack, the first time that the band authorized their music to be used in a film. The accused teenagers were fans of the band, something which played a part in their trial. 20 Best Movies Based Off of True Crimes, number 6. My Friend Dahmer. The film is based on a 2012 graphic novel of the same name by cartoonist John Bachdorf, who had been friends with Dahmer in high school in the 1970s, until the time Dahmer began his killing spree in 1978. The film stars Rose Lynch as Dahmer, Alex Wolff as Durf, Dallas Roberts as Jeffrey's father, and Anne Hitch as Jeffrey's mother. The film premieres at the 2017 Tribeca Film Festival and was released in the United States on November 3, 2017 by Hulu. The film received general positive reviews, with critics praising the historical accuracy of Lynch's performance. 20 Best Movies based on true crime, Part 7. Psycho, 1960, American suspense film of a psychological thriller released in 1960 that was described by Alfred Hitchcock and is loosely based on a real-life killing in Wisconsin serial murderer Ed Gein. 20 Best Movies Based Off a True Crime, Part 8. All Good Things, 2010. In 1970s New York City, David Marks, the son of a powerful real estate tycoon Sanford Marks, marries Kate McCarthy, and a working-class student. Together they try to establish a new life in Vermont, setting up a health food store called All Good Things. However, Sanford manipulates David into returning to the city, telling him that Kate deserves more than he currently giving her. Upon their return, Kate brings up the idea of having children. David said it would never ever happen, which leads Kate to assume something is wrong with his fraternity. After buying a lake house, Kate confesses to their pregnant neighbor that she's expecting as well. David responds angrily upon finding out and forces Kate to make an appointment for an abortion. He misses the appointment when he is called away to do work for his father. Kate enters the medical school while her relationship with David continues to deteriorate. She inquires about a separation, but the funds which she needs in order to pay for school are cut off when she attempts to leave. Having been advised that she will will need leverage to compel the family to let her leave, Kate attempts to find incriminating documents of their financial activities. She then disappears without a trace in 1982. Despite a $15,000 reward offered for any information on her whereabouts, 18 years later the case is reopened by the district attorney after reading an unpublished novel written by David's best friend, Deborah Lehrman, which contains a murder almost identical to Mark's case. Soon after this is announced, Lehrman is shot and killed in her home, and David is under suspicion again. While standing trial for the murder of his neighbor, Melvin Bump in Texas, David is acquitted of murder of Bump. The film states that nobody has ever been tried for Lehrman's murder and that Kate remains a missing person to this day. A flashback impels that David left his wife remains in a trunk of a car, which the father finds. The film ends with David visiting his dying father and whispering to him, "I miss her so much." It's left to the viewer to decide whether he is talking about Kate or his mother. 20 Best Movies Based on True Crime. Stillwater, in a 2021 American film drama film directed by Tom McCartney, based on a script he co-worked with Marcus Hinchey, Thomas Bidgain, and Noah Debris. It is the first DreamWorks production film to be distributed by Focus Features. It stars Matt Damon as an unemployed oil rig worker from Oklahoma who sets out with a French woman, Camille Cottin, to prove his convicted daughter's, Abigail Burslin, innocence.
I was taught there's no such thing as a friggin' ghost until I went looking, damn, I found them really close. EVPs and my camera saying please get out.